Okay, so as I was saying you that for learning Java, okay, we for this certification MTA1, we will going to follow this Oracle document. This document is enough for this certification. This will give you the idea like how the question comes, and based on that, you can prepare it. Okay, so before that, I will say you like I have sent you the link of the quiz. Okay, so this is one pattern means. Usually the questions not come exactly in that way means just 1 minute, let me send you the means the platform is not exactly like that, but the question is the same that I face when I give an exam in the last month, and what we have trained to other people, they are also got the same question. So let me show you. Suppose this is the quiz. Okay, we have prepared it for you. Now just see this, like this is a question. You can solve together also. You can parallelly, you can solve it. Now see this question. Now in this, what they are saying, they will going to give you one question and they might ask you what will be the output of my line. Okay, of line number. Suppose any line number they will give you, and they might ask you what will be the output of that. But here you can scroll down and you can see here, does in this question only the line 7 is having something that you wanted to print it. Okay, so based on that, how this calculation they will done here, um, some mathematical operation you have to do it. So for example, as of now, let me explore you all the question and then we can do it. So here the timer is also there. I have taken 10 minute for 10 question, and unless you take select this answer, you can't go ahead. So here what we are doing, you have a number value 27, you need to mod it. Okay, number is equal to number mod minus 3d, 3 means decimal. So what output you will get it, then once you do it, number is equal to number plus this 10f, what output you will get. So there will be a calculator in that where you can perform an operation, and you can print it. So suppose let me select this answer as of now here, second. So immediately you can move it. Now here it is asking you another question. Here also it is completely based on the flow, like there is one function. Might be some of you are not aware about Java. Don't worry, I will explain you. Just see that how you can proceed it. Okay, just select the answer based on your understanding. Like suppose if you are not aware also, not, no worry, we're going to practice you. So here what is saying, there is one function and this is one condition. If is equal to true, it means that this condition will always be true. Now it is checking if is num is equal to 1. Agar my, like if my num value is equal to 1, then I will going to check is 1 is greater than 0, condition true. I will going to increment num by 2. Now what is the num value? 2. Now this thing, this condition get over. Now it is again initializing num is equal to 1, and it is going to pass 1 to this function add 1. So this 1 will be going to initialize here, and now num value will become again 2, right? So now num value is what? 2. Now the flow will come to the function again. 2 minus 1 will become 1, and you are going to print it. Don't worry if you are unable to understand the flow, no issue. I will going to explain you. This quiz is just to make you understand how the question comes so that you can tick mark it. Like, so let, if you are unable to understand how the flow, just select any option. So I'm selecting based on my understanding this one. So see, the next question will come. Now in C language, if I ask you, if you see this, what the question they ask, you should use in a data type to store the numeric value this much. So you can tell me, like if you have done work in a C language, this this value will come in a which data type? Byte, long, short, or what? Or no change is needed. Means here this value 3 billion will come in which data type? So for example, let me take it long. So see, new question come. Now here it is asking you, if you typecast means if you convert a variable which is a double data type into the integer, then integer value is what? Which doesn't having a null value. So what will be the inum value in that case? If you remove
2.
this, yeah, correct. So new question will come. So you don't need to switch back. And here they are saying you need to convert numeric string to primitive double. So string value you need to convert it. How you'll convert this? You are going to assign here string value, then just use the function double dot value number string, then this is the correct one. Now here I'm just showing you, but I will explain you all this thing. Now here you see that here it is saying char data 165. If you try to print it, what value will come? If you do you know ASCII value? Any one of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So what will be the output of this line 2? 65 is the ASCII value of which character? 65 is the ASCII value of a capital A. 65 to 90. Yeah, correct, Kaushik. 65 to 90 is a ASCII value of A to Z. Okay. 65 to 90. It will be capital A to Z. Okay. Now, similarly, if I say 97 to 122, it will be from small a to Z. Okay. So this thing you should be clear. What will be the output of line 2? They will going to ask you this. Then you have to print it. Means you have to select it and be ready, be aware about the timing. The timer is going on. So you can see it is going on, right? So select the answer, capital A. Next question will come. Now, similarly here, it has given you that with the help of math.py function, the pi value is 3.4. If you try to print it dot 3, okay, if you try to print it like this, percent dot 3, what it will going to print? Percent dot 0. These are the format specifier. It means that it will going to convert your input value in certain format. So if you see the option, what option they are suggesting you. So based on this analysis, you select it. So right now I'm just selecting one. I will going to explain you. Now this is one more question. Drag and drop is another pattern. In the last class, I told you, right, when we were doing relation operator, that how questions are coming. So we were dragging it. Now you tell me, if 1974 is a value, what will be the data type of that? If you are done work in a C programming, then based on that, what data type you will use for?
Int.
Correct. And second, exempt false, what data type it will come? False value.
Bool-
Boolean.
Boolean.
Correct. Initial D comes under which data type?
Char.
Character.
Character. Correct. And salary one. Salary comes under which uh, data type?
Float.
Correct. So you have to pick it from here, drag it into particular boxes. Okay. So here, um, suppose if they ask you like this, then you need to drag it. Otherwise, you need to check it here. Okay. So suppose here, 1 minute. No, no. Integer is not there. See here, integer value is what? Integer value in the range of minus 232 to 2 to the power 32. But short will having a range with certain less value. So here integer is there? No, right? Then you are going to use short. This thing you should be remember. See, there is one more data type short. Let me show you. Okay, let me show you here. See here, short data type is having value 327682 32767, right? And integer, if you see integer value is very large. It is in the range of minus 2 to the power 32 or 31. Yeah, you can see here, right? So 2 to the power 32 is very large, right? So based on the option, you need to select which option is there. Integer is not there, so definitely you will select short. So that's why I selected here short boolean character. Now this is the next question. So here it is saying you how you define an array in Java. This question, if you are unable to do it, this is a checkbox. So as of now, I'm just selecting the random, but I will going to explain you when we do it practically. Now, same question. So this is again same question. You can select it this one only. Now you see it, the got scoring, right? So in this format, they shows you like what was your point, how much you score currently, right, in the leaderboard. So normally when you give exam there, okay, normally when you give an exam, it won't come in this format, means they will only going to show you your score out of how much percentage pass and fail. Leaderboard won't come, but I have explained you how you can do it, okay. So in this way they usually ask. Now here, based on the question, what are the things that you need to prepare? Okay, the things that you need to prepare for this exam is first data type. Okay, data type, range, value, you should be aware about it. Okay, what is the data type, how short, int, what is their range of value? Based on that you need to select. Second thing, what function calling, you know, in a C language, right? Function, everyone, you know, function, how to declare, function calling.
Yes, sir.
What about other? Yeah, thank you. What about others? Are you aware how to declare function? Have you ever seen it in C language?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Yeah, correct. So in function calling, how to function call and function declare. See, this exam is not difficult. Just you need to be aware about the pattern, like what actually the question they ask, and based on that you need to prepare. And in interview also, suppose if you give an exam for interview, there also they will ask you question on this data type, range, function calling, function declaration, okay, function definition. They will going to say you to create a function, okay, this thing. Now the third thing is what pattern you have seen, the different kind of question asks. Either it is drag and drop, okay, either it is a checkbox, either it is a radio button, means selecting one option in that, selecting multiple choice question, that one. So this kind of pattern they ask. So based on that we need to prepare. So what question you have seen it? Function, data type, range, if condition, okay, if condition, for loop, right? And they might ask you the value in the format specifier, right? One question we have seen, format specifier. Format specifier means you might have seen one question in which it was given math.py is equal to 3.14. And if you try to print in this way, percentage dot 03, what does it mean? It means that the total length of your digit will be 3. Means suppose if you have a value like this, and if you write like this, it means that it will going to print only 3 values. Similarly, if you print so this is the format specifier, means in what format you want your output, what is the restriction of your values, right? So like this you should be aware about the format specifier. You can say it like in what format you wanted to print the result. uh, note down this thing, or I will upload this video. So this point you should be clear, and based on that you need to prepare. Okay. Next thing, class and object. This question might be not there, but uh, this question they ask you. I have shown you only 10 question, but in the exam, yeah, percentage 3 in the sense here, this is a format specifier, means how, what will be the length of your, means you want to print. For example, here, let me show you once again.
No, sir. I am asking whether is there any difference between 03 and printing 3 only.
03 means there will be a 0 will be going to add in that result. Means if you add 03, then after the decimal it will take a 0 additional. And if you take only 3, see there is a difference between 03 and 30, right? So 03 in the sense like here, they will obviously going to take only 3 value, but they won't take a 0. Here, if you add 03, they will going to add a 0 in the result. Maybe they will going to print like this, 3 dot, uh, 014, or like 01, something like that. Or maybe they will going to print like this, 0314, or maybe like this. So total 3 digit will come. So in this way it works. And if you write only 3, then it will be simply print 3.14 like this. So this is a format specifier. I will going to explain you this all thing, how this format specifier you can understand. uh, this is not much difficult. Only thing is that you have to make practice on this, because once you run the output, you will come to know. Okay, is it clear, Narayan?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. After that, class and object. What is class, what is object, how you declare it, how to declare object and class. These are the pattern that you should be make more practice. Okay. And based on this only they ask question. In this if condition, for loop and while loop, they ask most of the question in a while loop. Okay. Format specifier, obviously this one, class and object, how to declare class and object, right? So we're going to focus on this. And now from where to prepare, obviously I will going to make you prepare on this. If you see this, let me show you. In this slide I have added all the question. Let me show you. See, you will have a 45 minutes and 44 question. You can consider it 1 minute for one question. So the pattern will be like this, right? The interface will be like this. Timing, you can see it from the top. Okay. One out of 44 question means you are at the first question. Have you ever given online exam before for any platform, like online exam uh, for competition and all?
I have appeared for the NPTEL exam, sir.
Okay. So there you might be have seen review question, answer, number of question answer, number of question not answer, review, right? At while before submitting, when you reach to your last question, once you are done with your last question, it immediately come to the screen where it shows number of question you have attempted, number of question you have not attempted, number of question you have selected as a review, means that you wanted to check at the end, or number of question you have answered. Have you seen that? Have you
Yes,
given
sir.
exam? Yeah. If you have given exam like JEE mains, gate, then you might be aware about it. Or nowadays in every exam it is like that. So such kind of thing, like see this checkbox, review letter, comment letter, so you can do it. See about class and object, what is class, class name, object name, and such kind of question it will come. If condition base, function base, in function when you will going to pass a value, how it will going to assign it to this if condition, which if condition will get executed. So you need to like read a question very quickly in 1 minute. If you take more time in understanding the question, it's very difficult, right? Just think like, so you should be aware about at the starting. Like this question is theory one. There is a annotation in Java, I will explain you. Okay, you can add this point also. Annotation, it's a metadata kind of thing. Yeah, this is a drop down. Yeah, you can add this question or this pattern also. Uh, Drag and drop down. Drop down, you know, right? Means when you click on this arrow, when you click on this arrow, it will show you the set of options. From that you need to select, and this is based on object creation, means how you can create an object. This db dot this one is object creation, like how you can create an object for any class. Similarly, true false, this also you should add it, means this pattern. So there are different pattern of the exams, like questions pattern, in the sense in a same exam you will face, you will see out of 45 question, 10 questions are based on drag and drop, some of checkbox, radio button, drop down, true and false. So I'm telling you the pattern so that you should be aware about it. So now you can see here, line 6, correctly class an integer value to char value. So now you see which are the line 6. Now you tell me, can you typecast any number to the character with this? If you typecast this character of this inum, what is the inum value? 64. So for 64, the character value will be maybe some symbol, not a value. So you need to check it, like whether it will be going to select yes or no. So based on that, you have to tell. Okay, so this is the pattern of that. Now the next thing is, yesterday we have seen, right, what will be the value of x. So this is the radio button, means where only one option. Sometimes you get confused in this also. Okay, whenever you select it, select, see the option, uh, like whether it is radio button or checkbox. Sometimes we see, sometime we've considered it as a radio button and we select only one option. So this thing you should be aware. Okay, so I'm just making you all the things, I'm telling you about the pattern. And we will going to start preparation one by one for all the things that comes under in our syllabus. So first, from next class onward, I will going to tell you about this Java. We will going to start the class and object, and one by one we will see main function and everything we'll understand. Now you can see here, this is the pattern of yes and no only, but in this way you need to select it, you need to understand, and then based on that select yes and no. Okay, any question, any one of you, about this pattern? Because first you need to understand the pattern first, then based on that you start preparation. uh, because if you are aware about pattern, you can prepare accordingly, we can prepare accordingly. I make you, means I will give you question accordingly. But if you're not aware about pattern, then it might be possible that you will make a mistake. So is pattern is clear to all of you, like what kind of question they usually ask, and how you can make a selection, or what will be the timing questions? Is it clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, anything if it is not clear, please ask me immediately, that anything that you want to know. Okay, yeah, one more thing, you might have a multiple option also in similar. Suppose this is one exam. Okay, just see it carefully. This is a very good example. Now see this, what is an output of line 6? Now you see what is the value 1. If you see this, In C language, you might have seen that if you write whatever you write inside the double quote, it will going to print as it is, right? So it means that when you are going to print value 1, it will going to print as it is x plus y equal to. Now what will be plus x and plus y? Plus n and plus y will be your, will become what? Your 12. So here in drop down, you have selected the first option. Now in the next option, value 2 will become what? Null. And if you place null here in the value 2 plus in a double quotation, so it will going to print as it is. So what will be the output? Null plus in double quotation whatever, it will going to print as it is, right? Now the third one, it will be x plus y double quotation, so x plus y plus will come. Okay, x plus y plus will come. Now the next thing is what? Plus inside the bracket you have a x plus y means 12, so it will going to print like this, x plus y. Okay, first one, this option it will going to print. Okay, not this third one, it will going to print the first one. Do you understand this one? X plus y plus 12, why it is coming? X plus y plus 12, you can see it will be print as it is, x plus y plus. Okay, so if it is print as it is, after that in Java, when you write this plus, plus why do we use in Java? So that whatever the value of this will come, it will going to print it. Do you understand? Like in C language, if you are aware about it, in C language, what was the pattern of printing? It was something like this, printf, and you were writing, suppose x plus,
Percentage D.
yeah, y plus percentage d, right? And the variable name, or like you write it like this, x plus y. You don't need to add anything here. Okay, whatever the sum of this will come, it will going to assign to this person d, right? Do you understand that? Sorry, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So see, in C language, we don't use plus here. Why? Because whatever the sum of this will going to assign to this person d. Person d is for decimal value, right? This is also called format specifier, and it is written in a double quotes. So it will going to print like this only, x plus y plus, and in place of double d will be assigned the sum of this. So your output will be this one, x plus y plus 12. Sorry. So this thing you should be clear. I know means like you have a very less time of 44 question in 45 minutes, but um, while selecting an option, be carefully select the options like what is written here, because in the exam we feel some pressures, like we have to clear it, and sometimes we do a mistake, so you should not do it. That's why I'm telling you clearly about this pattern. Focus on the pattern first, like what are the questions comes, and then based on that start preparation, so that you will going to prepare for what question that usually ask in the exam, not for that usually never comes. Okay, so this kind of questions, we will going to make you prepare on that. So like this is one format. And after every class in the night, at least half an hour take out to see this video, so that you will be remember every question patterns and the question how it solve, right? Now this question we have already solved, right? In the first class we have seen like how to solve the array, right? So this thing I will going to explain you, uh, how to declare an array in the Java. In a C language, how you declare array? you simply write like this only, right? Int array like this in C language. In Java programming, there are two ways of declaring an array. First one is like this itself. And this is my size of an array. Next thing is like this, int array square bracket equal to new operator int, and here I will going to define the size. Now, why do we use new keyword in Java? We use new keyword in Java. See, this is double square. Why it is coming? Double subscript. This is called square bracket, or you call it a subscript also, because we are talking about two dimension, rows and column you have. Here I'm talking about single dimension, means only one rows. You can think it like the data will be 11 data. Okay, so the data will be like this: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0 1. So 11 values. Okay, single rows. Okay, but when you talk about two dimension where you have a rows also, column also, you can see we have a 3 cross 3, right? We have a 3 rows and 3 column, sorry, 4 column. So that's why we have taken two subscript, but here we have only one rows. This is a one dimension, that's why I have not taken it. So I was telling you the new keyword. Why do we use new keyword? So that whatever data we are reading in this array, they get space in the memory, they get space on the RAM. So in order to save the data on the RAM, we need to use this new keyword. So there are two way of declaring an array in Java. First is like this. This is called as a static array, or you can say it uh, without a new static array. It means that the size is fixed. This one also size is fixed, but if you do not initialize the size, it means that you can save any element. But this new keyword, always remember, new keyword is used in a Java to provide a space to the number of value that we read inside this array into the memory. What I said it, new keyword is used to provide a space, or space means what? Means to save this data in the RAM. Obviously,
Allotting number.
yeah, correct. When you run your Java program first come into your RAM, then it start execution. So in the memory, when I say memory, it means your RAM. When I say storage, it means your hard disk. So providing a memory means you have to provide a memory to the data that you are reading it. So that's why we use new keyword. This thing you can remember, okay? New keyword and how to change the indexes. Any question, any one of you? We have only 2 minutes left. If you have any question, please ask. I have shared you the link, okay? See, I have shared you both quiz and this Oracle document. Quiz, you try to do it from your side, okay? Even if just try to do it, and it will going to show you the score at the end. Based on that score, you will come to know like what actually your how much correct you are doing, how much is incorrect, right? I've shown you. Just copy the link. The first link is for quiz and second one is for Oracle document, from where that document will going to follow in our course. This is a actual Oracle document. See, such kind of score you will get it when you're going to solve this, okay? And this is the document, like class and object. You click on that, you're going to read it about it, then method and all. We will going to see this. Even it is having question and exercise also. If you click on this question and exercise, you will get these questions with the solutions. You can check the answer also. So you can learn complete Java from this. You can take the references. Obviously, you won't get much references here, but some of idea you will get it. Okay. And try to solve this quiz. Select the option based on your understanding. and this timer will keep on. See, I have given 10 question, 10 minute. You can try to do it, how much you score. Try to, or do one thing, run this program, note down in your copy, run in online Java compiler. In online Java compiler, you click on online Java compiler and you run the code here. How you're going to run? Click on this execute. So it will going to show you the output here. So try to do it. You will come to know. Okay. Is
Okay,
it?
sir.
Yeah.